At Gabe's 6-month checkup, I brought a couple of concerns up to the pediatrician. I had known just from watching my previous 3 kids develop that he wasn't on target. So he told me just to keep an eye on it, and at his 9-month checkup to let him know how Gabe was progressing. When the 9-month checkup came, Gabe had literally learned nothing new. So I kept being pretty persistent with the doctors about also pursuing other avenues of testing. I kept my phone next to me the whole time we were waiting for the results from that blood test because I didn't want to miss the call. The neurologist happened to catch me when I was driving in the car, and I remember that he just sort of matter-of-factly told me that his muscle enzymes and that were elevated and that he probably had muscular dystrophy and that we would have to take it one step further with genetic testing. Sort of after that, his words got real muffled in my ears. I felt like the breath had been sucked out of me. I felt like I had no air left. I had to pull my car over, and I was shaking. I remember my heart just racing. I was answering yes and okay, but my head was screaming, no, 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 no. This isn't us. And I remember as he was talking, just sort of going, God, I think you've got the wrong family. I can't do this. I'm barely treading water with the 3 kids I have. I can't imagine how much our life is about to change if this is our new reality. The immediate questions in my head were, is he ever going to be able to walk? When is he going to have to go into a wheelchair? How long is he going to struggle to breathe before he just stops breathing? And will I be there for that last breath? It's nothing a parent should have to think about planning their baby's funeral. And it all just hit me at once, because I was driving that car thinking potentially everything was okay. And in that instant with that phone call, my entire family's lives changed forever. And for the first time ever, I knew that we would need God more than we've ever needed him, and that we were now relying on a miracle to save our son's life. When it came time for Gabe's 15-month checkup, I kind of wasn't looking forward to it, because these well checks are a time to make sure that your child is on track developmentally, to make sure there's nothing going on. They, just check some really basic things. I knew that Gabe was behind pretty much across the board. I didn't really see much point to it. When I walked in and was greeted by the receptionist, she handed me the clipboard that had the checklist that we're supposed to check off all the things a child can or cannot do. So as I started out going down the checklist, my eyes just filled with tears, and I was just frantically looking for a box that I could check off. And by the time it got down to the bottom of the list, I could only check one box off. So while I was sitting still waiting for the pediatrician to call us back, I decided that I was going to make my own checklist. And so I took a piece of paper out of my purse, and I wrote, lights up a room with his smile, and put a check. Has the most infectious laugh. Check. Has a bond with his big sister that has made her panic attacks end. Check. Bobs his head in perfect rhythm to any song. Check. Is fully equipped for his calling. Check. And that's when just peace came over me. And there was no more of that despair. There was no more of that frantically trying to find boxes to make Gabe okay. He was okay how he was. God isn't good because Gabe is sick. God is good in spite of it.